I'll start on the first hand. Good evening, everyone. This evening, we're going to talk about defense. Now, a lot of people really fall asleep at the bridge table when they don't have many points in their hand, and they feel, why should they bother to look at all the cards? Well, you've got to look at all the cards. First of all, you've got to listen to the bidding, and second of all, you've got to look at the dummy. And by listening to the opponent's bidding, you will then be able to get a guideline as to what you can discard when you are being squeezed. And that is what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about keeping parity, either with the opener or with the dummy. So we're going to start off on hand number 1, and I will post some more for you so you can see the lesson hands. And we're going to look at hand number 1, and I'll just post some more lesson hands for those who've come in late so they can see. Okay. I'm just going to put the lesson hands in for those who came in late. There you go. All right. So the bidding goes 1 no trump by the north hand. We have 16 high card points. Pass by east. And now you're sitting with 17 high card points. 17, a good 17. They're bad 17s and good 17s. Now, normally, I always bid 4 no trump with a 17 count, because I've learned from experience that if you've got 17 and partner's got 15, that 32 flat does not make a slam. But there's a thing called hand evaluation. And when your points are together, your hand becomes much stronger. If I took the king of clubs and made it the king of spades, my hand would never be as good as it is with the king, queen, 10 of clubs, or the king, queen, jack of hearts. If we took the king of hearts and made that the king of spades. But once you have your points together, I'm not going to mess around, and I like my 10 of clubs. I always add a half a point for every 10 attached to an honor. I decide to bid 6 no trump and say that 17 and 16 hopefully is 33, and let's just go for it. So it's always the one who knows goes, and I would bid 6 no trump. If you bid 4 no trump, North has to decide whether to accept the invitation with 16 flat points. No stuffing, but the only added advantage is the ace, king, queen together in the spade suit. So, and also an ace and a king, and no wasted jacks and queens. And most probably will accept the invitation and bid 6 no trump, if you bid 4 no trump by South. Are there any questions on the bidding?
So you don't ask for aces?
I beg your pardon?
You don't ask for aces with 4 no trump? That's not a black
No,
move?
there's no aces because no suits agreed.
Okay.
No suits agreed. There's no such thing as blackwood over no trump. 1 no, 4 no is quantitative. And there's no such thing as aces because you don't have a suit agreement. It asks for 15 to pass. It asks for 17 to bid 6 no. And if you've got 16, you've got to think about it. And the lead is going to be the 10 of hearts or the 9 of hearts, top of nothing. I must tell you, and I'm going to give it to you tonight, a little bridge tip, and it must always be remembered that against 6 no trump, this is the only time you do not lead from what you have. You lead passive, everyone, because too many contracts are given to the declarer by bleeding from what you have. You always lead passive. There's no fourth highest. Lead from what you don't have. Whatever you do, you can lead the top of a doubleton, top of a sequence like this, but please do not lead from jack to 4, queen to 4, anything. Just lead passive. And now we have to look at the tricks. In the heart suit, we're going to lose the ace of hearts. Right? So we've got 2 heart tricks, and we have 3 spade tricks. That's 5. We have 3 clubs is 8. And we have 3 diamonds is 11. Well, we've got to hope that we've got 2 suits that have a 4-3 fit. And we're not sure whether the spades are going to break 3 and 3 or the diamonds are going to break 3 and 3. So let's play and see what happens. Well, looking at this dummy, I don't want to touch the spade suit. I'm just going to come back the heart suit and play passive and let them play to us. All right, so what's next on the agenda? Well, we might as well take the Queen of Hearts and you'll throw away a club. So that's one hurdle over. Now, we still don't know which suits are breaking. So let's try and play on the clubs and see what happens. King of clubs. Queen of clubs. And now East must throw away a heart. The hearts are of no use to anyone. The hearts are all gone. So throw away a heart. Do not give them any information. None. All right, so now you've got to decide to go either on the diamonds or on the spades. So that is your decision. How would you know what to do first? Well, if you look at the diamond suit and you see the 8 of diamonds in the dummy and 1 diamond in your hand, there is a possibility that you may be able to pick up a finesse, but we're not sure. So what I would do on this hand is I'd go for the spades first. Ace of spades. And then the king of spades. Now, if they were playing these suits earlier, East would keep the diamonds, all right? And now the clubs look redundant anyway with king, queen, 10, so you would be throwing your clubs away anyway. And now you'll play the queen. And you're throwing away the heart. Why? Because you've got to keep parity with dummy. Dummy's got the ace, queen of diamonds. The spades did not break. And this is how I would play the hand. I always like to play to 2 top honors first. Not the high card from the short side. Then I'm going to play a little one back to the 10. Now, I'm really not sure. I know for a fact what card has East got left. Well, let's think about the club suit. When they played clubs originally, East only had 2 clubs. So the only 2 cards left in the West hand is the jack of spades and the jack of clubs. So now you can actually try, but it's not going to work. They're going to play the 9. Unfortunately, if the 9 was in the dummy, we could finesse the jack, but you're never going to make it. You have no chance at all. And now you're going to go down. As long as you keep parity with dummy, they can never make this hand. So let's look at the hand again. They let the 10 of hearts. They were long in hearts. On the 3rd heart, West showed out. So we already know West had 2 hearts. When they ran the clubs, East showed out. They only had 2 clubs. Now you've got to go for the suits. So I would try the spades first. Now, if you don't try the spades first, West knows that declare has got to belong in another suit. Why? because they have no more hearts, no more clubs. Whatever you do, and there's no more clubs, the clubs don't even help you, because you've got to keep the length of the spade suit. I hope everybody realized that you cannot make this hand, provided you do not throw away one diamond when you see 4 in the dummy. Did everyone make it?
Yes.
Did everyone make this hand? Lots make it?
We start with 3 no and +2.
Oh, they weren't in 6.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
too.
There's
All
a lot
right,
of people who
well-
made 6 no trump.
You can never make it as long as West keeps 4 spades and East keeps 4 diamonds.
No, we got lucky and West threw a spade off,
Right,
fourth
earlier.
last trick. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, that's why I don't touch those suits first, because then they know what to keep. That's why I'm running the hearts and the clubs first. Because if you run the spades first, they know what to keep. But if you run the hearts and the clubs first, they don't know what to keep. Right? So that's part of defense, keeping parity with the dummy or with declarer. But I'm going to give you a bridge tip tonight. It'll be most probably in the next one or this lesson. Might be this lesson, and I'll tell you about it. Okay. So we got hand number 4. I just want to see if there are any more people wanting the hands. Are there more people in tonight, wanting hands? Just looking to see. I can't see if there's anybody wanting hands. I'll just put it in, just in case they came late. Okay. Right, let's go on to the bidding on number 4. The dealer has to open 2 clubs because it is 22 points. It's too much to open 2 no trump. So we're going to open 2 clubs in the West hand. Pass by North. 2 diamonds in the East. Goody, goody, goody. Tell me more. It's a waiting bid. Pass by South, and we bid 2 no trump. Now, 2 no trump rebid is 22 to 24. If you bid 3 no trump, it would be 25 to 27. And if you'd bid 4 no trump, it would have been 28 to 30. So it's in your notes. We've written it out nicely. Lynn did it very nicely for you. So you can see your tree, your no trump rebids over 2 clubs. And that shows 22 to 24.
I mean, Linda,
Pass. What's
Linda?
the question?
Linda, West has 26 points.
He can't bid 2 no trump. He has to bid 3 no trump.
Right.
Open 3 no trump?
3 no trump is 25 to 27. I miscalculated it. He has to bid 3 no trump.
Why not open
25
3
to
no trump?
27.
Guess I've been muted.
That shows 25 to 27. 2 no's 22 to 24, and 4 no trump is 28 to 30. Any questions on the bidding? I'm just going to reiterate. 4 clubs is Stamen. 4 diamonds is a transfer to hearts by the responder. And 4 hearts is a transfer to spades by the responder. So Stamen is still on at the 4 level over this bid, but not on this hand. This hand has no slam. Okay? So we have to find a lead.
Well, let me ask, so I'm looking at what you've got up there now. Instead of 2 clubs, West should have opened 3 no trump. Is that correct?
I don't do that, but you can play it that way if you prefer it. Some people prefer to open 3 no trump to show 25 to 27. That is a matter of style. There's nothing wrong with it. That's fine.
Okay.
I don't. I like to hear something from partner if partner has a full positive.
Okay.
So I bid 2 diamonds and then show my point count. But I don't mind if you want to open 3 no trump.
Okay.
And what do we lead?
8.
The 8 of spades, top of nothing. The second highest. I don't have the 9. I'm going to leave the 8 of spades. And now let's count our winners. Well, in the spade suit, we've got 1 trick. In the heart suit, we've got 4, hopefully. That's 5. We have 2 clubs, 7. How many clubs have we got? 2 clubs. 4. And we're playing in 3-0, right?
Yep.
So we've got 1 spade and 4 hearts are 5, and 2 clubs are 7, and 3 diamonds are 10. But let's play and see if we can make more. So I think we should duck the first spade, just because we can never get rid of it. You can never get rid of that spade, so you might as well give it to them and see what happens. And now, what are they going to come back? They're not going to come back the king of spades. They'll most probably come back the jack of hearts.
Why not
I beg
clubs?
your pardon?
Why not clubs?
Why not what?
Clubs.
Clubs. Because I don't want to give a free finesse. I've got the queen and dummy's got the 10 and the 9. I don't want to pick up that suit. I don't like to play back from what I've got. It may give a free finesse. I don't want to do that.
Thank
The
you.
dummy looks pretty bad. But coming back the jack of hearts is nothing. I'd rather play back the jack of hearts. I'm sitting over the 9 with the 10 and the 8. So I'd come back the jack. So let's try the heart suit first, okay? The hearts look like the best suit for the moment. And now I'm going to teach you something that you don't know about. But I know it from experience. Okay. On the Queen of Hearts, you're obviously not going to throw away, you're going to throw away a spade, because you know your partner's got the King of Spades. You know that for sure. They wouldn't have taken the Queen. But I'm going to give you another bridge tip in a minute. And we'll play another spade. Okay, now what are we going to do next? Cash 2 club tricks. We're going to cash 2 club tricks, okay? And you can't be sure that they're not bluffing you. You can't be sure they're not bluffing you. Are you going to take the king, or you're going to go for the diamonds? Well, let's talk about it, everybody. Anytime you see a doubleton in the dummy, and this is just a bridge tip I'm giving you, it's not in any book. I always keep the length of that suit in my hand as a defender. 95% of the time, they have 4 cards in that suit. Anytime I see a doubleton in the dummy, I keep 4 of that suit. It's just like automatic. But I have to keep the spade as well, because we don't want to set up the spade. But everything depends on what they decide to do. They know that a 4-2 fit is not going to break. We've only got 6 between us. Everything depends on this suit here. Do we take the king of clubs? We can't afford to finesse it. They've already got 1 trick. Okay? All right, so now we have no hope of making that over trick. We have to go for the diamond suit. So write it down, everyone. My little bridge tip for the day. Anytime you see a doubleton in dummy and you have a 4-card suit as a defender, please hold on to that 4-card suit. 95% of the time, declarer has 4 in that suit. It's worked out every time. It's been great. Okay. Well, we can't make that over trick. We're just going to have to go for our 10 tricks. But if anybody threw away a diamond, they're going to make that over trick. And the rest are ours. But you can make 11. Some people will make 11. Everything depends on holding on to those 4 diamonds. And you don't know because you don't see. You don't know because you don't see. So it's very easy to know on the first trick that they gave you the first trick that your partner's holding on to the king of spades and you cannot afford to bear the 10 of spades because then the 9 will become good. But you've got to hold on to 4 diamonds when you see a doubleton in the dummy. Any questions on this hand? Any questions? No questions? Okay. Everyone's happy. Good. Hand number 6. All right. So I think East is the dealer, and I think East is going to open 1 no trump. 15 points. Pass by South. And now you have 18. 18. What's 18 and 15? 33. The one who knows goes. 6 no trump. The one who knows goes, okay? All right? I hope you were all in it and added 2 hands together. I hope so. All right, so now we've got to find a lead and it's pretty easy. The jack of spades, top of nothing. You have a sequence and it's going to go king of spades and you're going to lose to the ace of spades. And obviously you're going to come back a spade because nothing else looks exciting. And now you have, let's count the cards. We have 1 spade trick and 3 hearts are 4. 4 clubs are 8 and 3 diamonds 11. North cannot hold on to 2 4-card suits because when we start to run the club suit, we have to make a discard. And therefore, it is up to you to make the decision which one to hold on to. What you see is what you hold. If they've got 4 hearts in their hand, it's too bad. You were squeezed between the diamonds and the hearts. So they're going to play the hearts, the king of hearts. I mean, the king of clubs. Sorry, the king of clubs. The longest suit first. King of clubs, high card from the short side. I always play the longest suit first because that's when I can start to squeeze. Jack of clubs. And then the 8 of clubs. Now, the last club is the deciding card as to what you are to throw away. On the queen of clubs, you've got 2 choices, but what you see is what you keep. If they've got 4 hearts in their hand, there's nothing you can do about it. So in this situation, okay, you're going to throw away the spade. And you will throw away the heart. Throwing away the heart, they will never be able to come to 12 tricks because you've kept parity with dummy. And now, if they take 3 heart tricks and go for the diamond, they're going to lose a diamond trick because South is going to hold on to that 10 of spades for dear life. And then you go down. You're never making the contract, everyone. Never. Never, ever. Provided you keep the right card. Any questions? None? No questions on keeping parity with dummy? All right. I'm happy to answer any questions. Sometimes you squeeze for 2, but you can see what to hold on to. We're going to go on to hand number 11. And we have to listen to the bidding. Listening to the bidding is so important because sometimes you will get a good idea as to what you should hold on to. On board 11. South opens 1 spade. They may overcall on this hand. 1 heart. 2 hearts. I don't. It's not my style. I guarantee a 6-card heart suit. So I would always pass because my 2 level is suit quality. I would pass that bid. And now over 1 spade, partner's going to bid 2 clubs. Just to hear the opener's rebid. It shows 3 or 4 clubs, shows 11 or more points, and we always want to hear the opener's rebid. And Easter's going to pass. And partner over 2 clubs will bid 2 no trump. 2 no trump is a point count. It shows 12 to 14. If partner had 18, 19, they would have jumped to 3 no trump. And if partner had 15, 17, they would have opened 1 no trump. So 2 no trump shows 12 to 14. And now North is going to bid 3 no trump. And we're going to get the lead of the 6 of hearts. So let's look at it together, everybody. In the heart suit, we're getting 1 trick. And if you remember the rule of 7, when you've only got the ace, I don't know if anyone ever remembered it. It's called a hold-up play. And that's next week, I'm going to do hold-ups as a declarer and as a defender next week. But I'm just mentioning this one, the rule of 7. When you've only got the ace, you subtract from 7 as to how long to hold up for. So having 6 between you, subtracted from 7, they say you should hold up once. You don't take it. But a lot of people don't want to take a chance. And they hold up twice, just because they're scared. And now it's your duty, knowing there's only the ace and the 9 out, to tell partner where your entry is. Now, we did this in suit preference signal. If your entry west was in the spade suit, you would play back the king of hearts on the ace. When you come back the 3 of hearts, the lower one, your entry is in the club suit, the lower one. So you know where to find partner. What are we throwing away here? What do we throw? They're bid clubs, so we'll have to throw diamonds away. We've got 4 spades and 4 clubs. So at the moment, we can throw diamonds away. So far, we have 1 trick, and we're looking at 3 spades and 1 heart. It's 4. 4 diamonds are 8. If you lose the lead with that club, you're going down if they've got a 5-card suit, and they do have a 5-card suit, because East showed out on the next heart. So the hearts were not breaking 4-4, they were 5-2. We have a problem. We can't lose the lead, everybody. So we know they've got the ace of clubs and they're going to beat us. So let's try and see if we can do a squeeze. We start with the longer suit first in diamonds because we're not sure about the spades. Diamonds are a foregone conclusion. We have definitely got 4 diamond tricks. We are definitely not sure about the spade tricks. And this is the point in question. Did you listen to the bidding? Declarer opened a spade. You are not allowed to throw one spade away. If you throw one spade away, they're going to make all the spade tricks. So your partner told you that the entry was in the lower suit, so you can afford to throw your clubs away. And that is by listening to the bidding. If you throw one spade away, it's all over. Now you're going to go for the spades. And you think 4 to the 10 won't make a trick? Of course it's going to make a trick, especially if declarer doesn't have the jack. There you go. Now your 10 is always going to be a stopper. So now they can never make the contract of over tricks. Making the contract, how are they going to make it now? They've only got 8 tricks. The
You
minute
see,
they play the club or the spade, it's all
Exactly.
over. And they're going to go 1 down. Everything hinges on keeping those 4 spades by listening to the bidding, everyone. Please listen to the bidding. Sometimes you've got 4 to the 9 and partner's got jack 10 doubleton and the 9 will hold up. So always keep parity with declarer or with dummy. That is our lesson for this evening. Any questions, everybody?
I have a question. What happens if West decides to overcall a heart?
Overcalls 2 hearts?
Yep.
I would make a negative double. I've got 4 clubs and 4 diamonds. I would double for the other 2 suits, the minors.
Okay, and then
Partner will bid 2 no trump to say, well, I've got the heart stopper and I don't have 4 clubs or 4 diamonds. And then you will bid 3 no trump.
okay, so
The
that's where
negative
we,
double comes into effect over a heart overcall.
okay.
Does that help you?
It does, because that's exactly what happened. Partner bid a negative double, but instead of responding to no trump, I responded with a diamond,
No, I
And
don't
then
bid
we
3
didn't-
card suits.
and then we didn't get to the
I
three
don't
no
bid 3
trump.
card suits. Well, you can still get to no trump because then you play the Western Q bid. This is how the bidding would go. There's a whole article on our Western Q bid. We did it last year. So the bidding's going to go 1 spade, 2 hearts, double, pass, 3 diamonds, pass, 3 hearts by north.
I call you back.
Partner, I have an opening hand opposite an opening hand. If you've got a heart stopper, let's go to 3 no trump. That is
Okay.
called the Western Q bid. Please look it up. We did it last year.
Okay,
And then you'll still get to 3 no trump. Because we're not playing in a minor. We want to play in no trump. Okay?
right, but the best bidding would have been for South to respond with
2
no
no
trump.
trump to show 12 to 14 and a heart stopper.
Okay, got it.
But you must still get to game. And the only other game is by bidding their suit at the 3 level. Responder always bids their suit at the 3 level, asking for a stopper. Okay? Any other questions? I'm looking in the chat. If there are any other questions from anybody. No questions. Everyone's happy. Happy. Good. Well, I'm here to discuss any other hands for you. Another 5 minutes or so. What would you like to ask? Anyone? No more? Okay. All right. Well, I thank you all for coming. I'll stop the
You.
recording. If there are any more questions, I'm happy to answer. I want to thank you all. Have a wonderful weekend, and I'll see you, please, on Tuesday. We're going to be doing hold-up plays. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.